Next week is a new era for WWE and Netflix with Monday Night Raw, but we will not be crowning a new Women's Intercontinental Champion, and it will be out with the old and in with the new when it comes down to who will be ring announcing on the big Netflix premiere. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Some news ahead of Raw's debut on Netflix, and first we'll talk about probably the brand switch so far that we've seen, and maybe we haven't seen it, but it is going to happen. It has been announced by WWE. Lillian Garcia, we've seen recently, came back. She took over from Samantha Irvine, but it looks like her time on Raw is done. She is moving. She is going to SmackDown. ALICIA Taylor will be going the other way, replacing Lillian Garcia on Raw. I mean, you can call this a switch, you can call this a swap. I'm going to call it exactly what it is. It's a downgrade for Lillian Garcia. Now, why have they done this? It certainly can't be because they believe that ALICIA Taylor's a better ring announcer than Lillian Garcia. Certainly not. I think it's just a case of they're going to Netflix. It's a new era, and they want to go with the newer ring announcer rather than the older ring announcer that is approaching 60 years old. That's what I believe this decision is down to. And hey, I mean, there could be another reason in there, which I don't know if we need to discuss that at this moment in time. But knowing Triple H and some of the decisions that he makes, you could definitely come to that conclusion.
You could come to that conclusion, but we're not going to go into it. But I tell you what, Lillian Garcia, you're right, approaching 60, looks good for almost 60, I'll tell you that much. So, but it is a downgrade, right? Anybody in the wrestling, Triple H can pretend, we're all happy families, there's no negativity backstage, McMahon's away, yay, all that stuff. If you're backstage in WWE, right, and you're on Raw right now, or you're on SmackDown, and you get moved to Raw, or you get moved to SmackDown, or vice versa, whatever, you know it's an upgrade, and you know it's a downgrade. Netflix is where everyone wants to be, alright?
Hold on, what's that got to do with toxic environment backstage and McMahon no?
Because he wants to pretend that everyone's great and everyone's equal.
But not everybody can be on Raw.
Yeah, but if you're already on Raw and you're getting moved to SmackDown, that's because you're deemed not good enough, and therefore...
So, your suggestion for Triple H is either don't do any moves, or just do away with the brand split so everybody can be on Raw and SmackDown?
No, my solution for Triple H is to fucking actually, put his chest out and lay the law down, instead of being this pathetic catering little big nose freak that just caters to everybody, caters to the marks, man. It's pathetic. That's what it is.
What's that got to do with Lillian Garcia and ALICIA Taylor making a switch?
Because we know that the WWE way here is, this isn't a downgrade, Lillian. You're going to SmackDown. SmackDown's good. It's 3 hours. It's on Netflix in the UK. This is better. It's a good shit. It's not. SmackDown is going to be so bad. We've literally spent about 6 months talking about how shit SmackDown's going to be compared to Raw. So what I'm saying is if you're going to SmackDown, you're being downsized, you're being downgraded. You're not good enough. You're surplus to requirements.
And what do you want Triple H to do about it?
You know what I want Triple H to do about it?
Not move anybody?
No, be transparent.
So you want him to say, look, Lillian, I don't think you're as good as ALICIA Taylor. I don't think you've got as much to offer going forward as ALICIA Taylor, so you're going to SmackDown?
Yeah, I actually want the acknowledgement for Triple H that Raw is now like the A show again and SmackDown's pish. I'm sick of this pretending stuff.
Hold on, when did McMahon ever really come out and say that? Either back in the day, man. It was always known that Raw was the A show, but when did he ever turn around and say this? Batista, you're shite. I don't think you're going to be a good world champion. No, you're going
2000s is a different ball game. The 2010s, my friend. McMahon basically may as well come out and said that SmackDown was the B show.
Right, well, that's your opinion.
Is it wrong?
No, that's your opinion.
Opinions can be wrong. That's the first rule of Fog Wrestling School. Alright?
Alright, that's alright then.
Well, you get your point across there. Don't be afraid.
I don't have a point. My point is it's a downgrade for Lillian Garcia, and I don't agree with it. I think she's the better the better ring announcer. You're talking about Triple H catering to fucking marks.
That's what he is doing.
How?
Because he is catering to marks by pretending that WWE is this fun environment where everyone gets what they want and it's all great and it's all, strawberries and creams, and the reality is you have to make moves like this, but let's call it what it is. It's a downgrade, and she shouldn't be going to SmackDown because she's 100 times better than Alicia Taylor.
Right, well, I don't agree with that, man. But I mean, whatever. It's a move. I think you're looking too much into it. I don't see how.
Well, I like looking in depth. All right, you can sit in the shallow end of the swimming pool. I'll dive into the deep end, even though I can't swim.
So Triple H is catering to the marks by moving Chad Gable to SmackDown. Like, what? How?
No, he's being disingenuous. He's fucking lying to us. Is what he's doing. But he's catering to the marks in an overarching sense, and that. Oh, look, McMahon was toxic, he's this, but look, I love them all. He's putting his arms and his nose around them all.
No, that's not right, man. I'll bash Triple H. Him, that's not toxic, him moving people to SmackDown. It's doing what's best for business. The bigger draws need to be on Raw.
Well, is Alicia Taylor the bigger draw at her and Garcia?
Just like they pushed the bigger people on SmackDown when SmackDown went on to Fox. The problem here I've got is that Triple H thinks that Alicia Taylor's better than Lillian Garcia. It's got nothing to do with moving people. I expect him to move people that should be moved. You're saying that he's catering to people, or he's being disingenuous, or he's trying to prove that he's not toxic. It's got nothing to do with that.
I think he's catering to Netflix with this manoeuvre.
Now, see, that's something we could maybe get more into, but to say he's catering to the marks is just not right.
He is catering to the marks to a degree, right? But let's talk about him catering to Netflix.
No, explain how he's catering to the marks.
I already have about 5 times, man.
No, specifically, because none of that actually proved anything.
Because I'm talking about the toxic environment that McMahon had, his way of the highway. Triple H is like, oh, I'm the man, come to me about your problems, this is all equal environment. And now he's firing people left, right and centre over to SmackDown and Raw, while pretending that it's an equal playing field. Call a spade, SmackDown's shite. And Raw's now the Ice Show. And if you want to be anything worth a damn, you want to be on Raw.
But he should be. He's allowed to move people.
Yes, but he's pretending that they're both equal shows. Is my point.
Is he?
Oh, fuck. Have you seen? I actually look at the press releases. All right. I've made a lot of vids on this. I'm up to scratch.
Anyway, PW Insider said that they were told that Lillian Garcia is expected to handle the ring announcing for Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow. So one would think she will be working that brand going forward. They were also told that Alicia Taylor will be shifted to Raw to handle the ring announcing there going forward, starting with the Netflix premiere. So, aye, that's it. Was Triple H being toxic when Mike Rome got moved to NXT out of curiosity?
Who the fuck's Mike Rome?
Well, listen, what was it? Yes,
I didn't learn that in Fog Wrestling School.
What was he being toxic?
I don't know who Mike Rome is.
Look, it's got nothing to do with being toxic. Or being it's a simple matter that Triple H values Alicia Taylor over Lillian Garcia, or he thinks that she's a better fit for Raw and Netflix, and he thinks that Lillian Garcia is a better fit for SmackDown and USA Network. I disagree. I think that Lillian Garcia should be on Raw. For me, Raw's going to be the show going forward. It's a show with all the eyes on it, so I think you want the best ring announcer on Raw. I think Lillian Garcia is the best ring announcer. I think Mike Rome's better than Alicia Taylor.
Yeah, but how much do you bet that Triple H has sold this to Lillian Garcia that it's like she's going to SmackDown, it's an upgrade, oh, this is what you want to be, the blue brand, you don't want the red brand.
But he has to do that, man, for morale. What do you expect? Actually, wise up.
But McMahon had a fucking backbone.
What do you expect?
McMahon would have said to Lillian Garcia, you're too old, we need the younger woman, and it's that simple, Lillian. But Triple H is a fucking cowardly man, that's my point.
So I don't think that makes him a cowardly man.
No.
Have you ever managed staff? You need to keep morale up. So you want Triple H to basically...
McMahon spoke the truth. That's what I'm saying. Triple H is catering to the marks by this bloody environment. Oh, everyone's equal. McMahon?
Nah, I think
McMahon's way was the highway.
I think McMahon would have spun it, man, for some people.
For you ugly bastards. You know all that shit?
I think McMahon would have spun it. It's like, Dave, there'll be more opportunities for you on SmackDown.
No, I'm not having this.
No, I am having it.
The gap between Raw and SmackDown now with Netflix surpasses anything in the 2000s.
So you don't think McMahon, you think every time he had an interaction with somebody that was on SmackDown, he said to them, your brand's shite, by the way, or he didn't try to spin.
He didn't
try to spin positives. Come on.
Maybe he did. I don't know. I wasn't there. But the stories about McMahon, it was his way of the highway, screaming in Michael Cole's ear, all that good stuff. See this whole stuff, Cena was the face over Batista. I'm not denying that Cena's a bigger star, right? But see around 2005, I think it was simply due to the fact that Cena had been on SmackDown for 3 years and Batista was on Raw for 3 years that they did the big switch. I think that was the main reason. I'm not saying Cena wasn't the top guy, but I think they were both becoming a bit stagnant, and I think to switch the championships around was the correct manoeuvre.
Here, I think it was a correct manoeuvre as well, because both guys had been on their respective show for 3 years, and you'd probably seen them already face a lot of the guys on that said brand already. And if Batista stays on Raw, what's he going to do? Continue to feud with Triple H? So I do think that switching those guys was the best thing, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I think the switch still would have happened if it was the other way about. Because it just appeared,
point is, guys,
it
right?
appeared to me that Cena was the guy that WWE seen as their top guy going forward, and they wanted him on the A show, which is Monday Night Raw. Just like over the past 5 years, SmackDown's been the A show, Roman Reigns is their A guy, and Roman Reigns has been on SmackDown on Fox. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but the gap in the 2000s was much closer than it is now with this Netflix deal, and I just prefer Vince McMahon's management. I like the fact that, he spoke the truth. Triple H, look at him in press conferences, man, when they do the pressers. It's just BS, man, lying through his teeth. McMahon would never have done them for a start. I just don't like Triple H and his management. He sold it.
Right. So,
but I agree with you. Lillian Garcia should be the talk.
No, but let's say you're Triple H. You think Alicia Taylor's better for Raw. What do you say to Lillian Garcia? No, seriously, no joking. Tell it to the Fog Wrestling audience.
If I think Alicia...
No, forget about Alicia Taylor. You've already told her. You have to go and tell Lillian Garcia now that she's moving from Raw to SmackDown. How are you wording it? How are you approaching it?
Right, okay, so Lillian, I know you've been an employee of the company for a long time, but you were in here to fill a gap due to the surprise release of Samantha Irvine. We're now wanting to promote the younger, more attractive ring announcer.
Alicia Taylor's more attractive than Lillian Garcia.
I don't know. I can't remember what she looks like. So I'm speaking for Triple H, right? He likes black women, for fuck's sake. So I'm trying to put.
That's another reason I think this move could be happening.
I'm trying to put Triple H over.
Right.
Point is, he just has to say to her here, this is the way we want to go. I'm the owner of the company. It's my way or the highway. I'm sorry if you don't agree with it.
Fuck off. You don't say that.
McMahon would have said it. That's what I'm saying. Triple H used to be like that.
No.
Triple H looked his nose out.
You say that if there's pushback. You don't just throw, I'm the owner of this company, it's my way or the highway, without even letting the person, give their response. What a moron! So you think Triple H should go into Lillian Garcia? Hey, you old ugly bitch! I'm moving you to SmackDown. I'm in charge now. It's my way or the highway.
If he wants to, aye.
Yeah, that just shows that you don't have a clue. You've got no management skills.
Let's stay where we are.
Let's not.
This is a YouTube channel with a bit of banter, right? If you want me to write out word for word and paragraph by paragraph about how Triple H, Paul Lefesque, should speak to Lillian Garcia about her move from Raw to SmackDown, that'll bore the tits off every single one.
No, here, I wasn't asking you to give the whole 20-minute conversation, just a brief one. But then you're saying that it's like toxic or disingenuous.
Okay. Always got to turn around and say is right. As you know, Netflix is coming up, Lillian. You've been a part of this company for a long time, but I think as owner of this company, it would be a good thing to have the new upcoming ring announcer take the mantle over on the big Netflix premiere. So you're now moving to SmackDown, and hopefully you have fun doing it like you had Raw for all those years.
But here, I think SmackDown will be a good opportunity for you. It's going to 3 hours.
Let's not lie. It's still shite compared to Raw. The end.
Right, guys, let's know down below.
Put it this way, right? McMahon would have been like, right, Teddy, we've got Bischoff on Raw. Raw's the A show, but I like you. So you can go one-on-one with The Undertaker, but remember, you'll always be taped. Malteser Dome, and then he fucks off.
No. Where to, Teddy? The fucking B brand, that's where to, right? Anyway. Let's move to Raw then. So, Alicia Taylor's going to Raw, Lillian Garcia's going to SmackDown. The Raw Women's Intercontinental Championship, though, will not be decided on the Raw premiere of Netflix. So, during WrestleForce Radio, Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass Patreon said the following as to why the match isn't taking place at the Netflix premiere. They said, quote, we are told that WWE shifted the finals of the Women's Intercontinental title tournament off of the Netflix debut in order for the match to not get lost in the shuffle. It seems like WWE wants to get this title off and running in a big way, and felt as though having it mixed in with a show the size of the Netflix premiere would not do that justice. End of quote. Right, I'm calling bullshit on this. It's not because they thought it would get lost in the mix. It's because Netflix is a big show and they know that this is nothing more than a mid-card title that means jack shit. See, if they truly wanted to get this off in a big way and give it a chance, then you would showcase it on the big Netflix show. Yep. See the fact that they're purposely not showing it? That just shows you what they think of this belt. Fucking nothing.
Yeah, but then that's what I'm saying. Like Triple H and his press here, they all come out with BS and pretend that it's great, and though it's actually too big to get stuck down the card on the Netflix show, so we're going to put it on something else to showcase it. It's
but in your logic, you think Triple H should come out and say to Dakota Kai and Lyra, "Hey, yous are both shite. I'm not letting yous on Netflix. You can have your wee crappy IC match next week."
Yes, but by my logic, he would never have created this championship because he'd have been honest with himself from the get-go and said it's a waste of time.
It's just spinning it, man.
But, I'll be fair. This match deserves a spot over El Penta, Maida, Jobber, Darky, or Cereal. You know what I mean? Get in the cereal box.
But let's be honest, man. This is the real reason is they think this match isn't big enough for Netflix, and it's got nothing to do with we want to make it big. Because if they want to make it big, then they would choose the biggest show that they've got to showcase the match to have it, and that is the Netflix premiere.
Absolutely.
So we could have crowned a brand new, and they could have made history. They could have crowned a brand new Intercontinental Women's Champion on the Netflix premiere. But when you've got John Cena coming back, when you've got The Rock coming back, do you really want to see Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria? I think the answer to that we all know is no. Anyway, that's it, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let us know where you stand on the Triple H divide. Which nostril are you with? Is it the left one or the right one? Don't get sucked in.
Hope he sneezes with one nostril closed.
And fuck me, that could cause an earthquake. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.